Welcome to Luhmühlen!
Character traits, I don't know.
She's been on phenomenal form all year.
It's her voice, she's brought her dog. I'm not sure we can show you the dog.
Oh gosh, I think it was.
He is the most incredible horse.
That's why you're here. Wow. Good job.
Hello and welcome to the final Luhmühlen Lates of 2026, and what a week we have had here at the Longines Luhmühlen Horse Trials. We've had the dressage, it was amazing. We've had the cross country, doubly amazing. And now we've had the show jumping, and Spencer, it is D-Day because Caroline Harris is the winner of the 5-star. Congratulations, Caroline. How are you feeling?
A little bit shocked. Yeah, very overwhelmed and shocked, really.
Well, you held your nerve. It was nail-biting for Lucinda and I in the commentary box to watch Emily go, for you to know that you didn't have room for one fence down. How did you hold your nerves in there?
For me, to be honest, he's gone above and beyond by winning a 5-star already at Po. So had we had a fence down and come second, I still would have been, you can't fault him. He's been amazing, and he's got to have a pole down one day. He's got a very good jumping record. And I know one day it will happen, but today luckily wasn't that day.
Caroline, you finished on your dressage score. You were the only person in the whole competition to finish on your dressage score. We're going to play you your round, if you don't mind, because I know you haven't seen it yet. Just for those of us who aren't very good at show jumping, talk us through what was going through your mind, because you knew you couldn't afford a jump down.
I just knew I had to go in there and get up on the canter because I knew the time was tight. But then when you start going and you've got the good canter, you've then just got to focus on getting the right line. And
do you have a routine? Sorry, do you like, William Foxpit always trots in and then canters. Do you have any kind of routine when you go in the ring?
No, not really. I just try and have what Chris and Dickie have told me. I try and have that in my head and think of the lines they told me to ride, and just basically come to the last and not fall over it.
Well, as you come to the first, things must have been running through your mind, but you get into the groove quite quickly. He is jumping so well. I spoke to Dickie afterwards, and he said that you've been working really hard.
Yeah, I've done a lot of work with Jay Hallam, actually, who's transformed this horse. Ever since I've jumped with Jay, I don't think D-Day's had a pole down internationally. So, yeah, he knows him inside out, and he's really got him enjoying his job and believing in himself, because I think previously he jumped a bit high and careful and didn't believe in himself, and now he completely trusts that he can do it.
But I think also, as Dickie was saying, you've also started believing in yourself as well.
I don't know about that. We still have a lot of doubt. Every day I still question whether Po was a fluke, so it was quite nice to come here and do this.
Yeah, absolutely. And you come from a non-horsey background. I mean, Lizzie, you two too.
Well, I mean, I'm not a 5-star event rider. Far from it. I'm from London, and you're from London too, aren't you?
Yeah, so I was born in Wandsworth. So I lived there till I was about 10.
So where did you ride?
So I didn't really get into it. We went for a few lessons out on the common. But other than that, I wasn't really that keen. And then we moved down to Dorset, and I went to a very pony mad school, and we fell upon a brilliant 14-2 pony that actually ended up being one of the best FEI ponies in the country. And we bought him for about £2,000, and it probably all went from there.
So it shows that anyone can do it, because it's not easy at the best of times. But to come from a family that aren't horsey and then go all the way and win your second 5-star, it's a real. It's inspiring, isn't it?
100%. Yeah, you are an inspiration. And like you said, you thought that Po was a fluke. Jumping here, I mean, coming through the treble combination, you're very nearly home. How are you feeling now?
To be honest, I thought I'd come in a bit quick, and especially coming out, I think I needed to be a bit taller in my body. And then round to that last line, I just really wanted to make sure I didn't lose my nerve, and especially this roll back to the last fence, which was a very nice gappy, plain upright. I just tried to have in my head, imagine there's a fence afterwards that you've got to jump, so don't collapse and fall over it.
Well, the only combination to finish on the dressage score, 31.1, amazing in there. The time was tight, there was a lot of time penalties going. Were you nervous about that going in?
I actually, for me, on this horse, I love it when the time's tight because like yesterday, he loves the jumping when time is, you can ride him up a beat and keep him nippy and neat and ride him forward. That's when he jumps his best. So actually, for me, it's always a positive when it's tight.
Well, the only combination to finish inside the time on the cross country, 18 seconds inside, and the only combination to finish on their dressage score with a clean sheet is remarkable. Congratulations, well done.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, well done, Caroline. Well, Caroline finished just ahead of Emily King, who also jumped clear inside the time in the show jumping on 33.8. So Caroline 31.1, Emily 33.8, and then Boyd Martin 38.1, and he also went clear. So although we started the show jumping with people not making the time, actually in the end, Spencer, the last few did manage to get inside the time, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. You know, you often see the cream rise to the top at the end of the day, but you know, we started with Janelle Price. She was first to go. They were all jumping pretty well, and then it was disappointing for Janelle on her second ride. She had 4 or 5 down, and you know, you can't help but feel so sorry for her. It is tough in there. It's up to height. It was causing enough trouble all around. So for those boys and girls to go in, it was just brilliant.
Now, Caroline won our ride of the day yesterday.
Yeah.
We don't normally give it to the person that's in the lead, but it was just so amazing that she was
Yeah.
inside the time
Yeah.
when no one else was.
Yeah.
Who's our ride of the day today,
Well,
Spencer?
I'm just going to wing him over. He's going to get a bit nervous, I think. But just coming in from outside of camera, just come and take a seat here.
Welcome to Luhmühlen Late.
Luhmühlen Lates. So our 2026 show jumping day ride of the day goes to Stephen Heel. And you've got the syndicate here as well. So you've got a bag there from Dubarry, you've got a cap and a pair of socks there. Congratulations. Now we just wanted to concentrate on your round because Poe was 5 fences down.
Yes.
Here, clear.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes. Yeah, it was a bit of a shock, I suppose, like you say, compared to Poe, but sort of well deserved for her because she is actually not a bad show jumper, even though it would look on her record
Yeah,
that she is.
yeah.
But yeah, it's always frustrating to have fences down on her, so it was really cool to get a clear round.
And frustrating yesterday with the cross country, with the runner and the frangible device that was activated as well. But today she came out, looked absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And you've had a lot of help with Dickie Waygood in the show
Yeah.
jumping. And today, did you expect a clear round?
Not really. I thought she felt a bit tired, and I thought, oh, you know, it's a big track out there and wide oxers, and I just thought, oh, you know, we'll just ride. Dickie was helping me warm up in the show jumping, and yeah, I just thought we'll just ride as well as we can. And
Yeah.
I think actually the tight time helped her just give her that bit more power in her canter,
Yeah.
and yes, really proud of her.
Well, congratulations,
Thank you
Steve
very
Heel,
much.
our ride of the day for 2026.
Yeah, well done,
Enjoy.
Stephen. Stephen finished 11th on her Gonda. Just have a look in there. You've got a cap and you've got a pair of Dubarry socks. They're the special, I think they're made of mohair or something. They're amazing socks, and a bottle of champagne as well. So well done.
thank you
And you've
very
got
much.
your plaque. Where's that going to go?
Well, it should probably go on her stable door, I suppose.
Well done. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank
You
you
are our
very
Well
ride
much.
of the
done,
day.
well done. Well, in fact, Steve's not getting the champagne because... sorry, Steve. I know, sorry.
We can't not give him
no,
the champagne.
I know, but we wanted to give this to you, Lizzie. You've been here for
I'm
many
sorry,
many
Stephen.
years. I know, she's stolen it off you.
I feel really bad.
But you've been here for years and years and years
I am
doing
old. You're making
Luhmühlen
me feel
Lates.
old.
Not that old, but thank you so much for doing Luhmühlen Lates and for all your support over the years as well. It's not your last one, we hope, but we wanted to say thank you very much for all of your support.
Thank you. Am I going to have to drink this with you at the airport on
Yes.
the way back? Thank you so much. I'm sorry
Thanks,
I've stolen
Steve.
your champagne.
I'm sure the owners are going to get you a glass. Well done, owners. Well done, Holly Hub.
Oh, well done. Thank you. Well, at least you've got your lovely Dubarry
Yeah,
socks.
Yeah.
got some nice socks. yeah.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Oh, I feel a bit guilty, but not that guilty. Well, from Ride of the Day to Dog of the Day.
Hi, I'm Renate, and this is my dog, the delivery dog of the day. She's named Ray, after the Star Wars Ray. She's 5 years old, and she loves balls. Ray? Huh?
I liked Ray. I thought I better not go for another terrier type. It needed to be something that, anyway, but I liked her. Just before we talk about the 4-star quickly, how have you found this 5-star? Obviously, we didn't have as many people because we've established obviously a World Championship year, but it has been a good competition, hasn't it?
It's been amazing, and I think actually the smaller field has almost made it feel more intense because there's not any margin for error. Nobody can make a mistake, whether it be in the dressage, out there on the cross country, and time penalties were crucial yesterday. They really, really were. I spoke to Emily and said, nearly had your first 5-star win, and she said, well, that'll teach me to go a bit faster. But Fami Biat's on the cross country yesterday. I don't know whether it was the heat. We don't know what it was, but he just didn't seem to travel as much with her yesterday.
Well, she, funnily enough, said to me just now, because I was commiserating, saying, look, I'm really chuffed for Caroline, but I feel bad because we all wanted Emily to win her first 5-star. And she said, actually, today, he felt like he normally does at cross country.
That's it.
She said he just didn't feel, and it wasn't as hot for the 5, so who knows why. Maybe we don't always feel it when we wake up, do we? But she said this morning he felt just like he does before cross country, and that's obviously, that helped with her round. And it was really fascinating watching it next to Mary, because Mary was riding every fence with her.
I think what we've taken away from this event is that we've seen some highs and lows from a lot of different people. People have gone brilliantly, and even if they've made mistakes, it's one of those courses yesterday on the cross country, Mike Etherington Smith, with the story with a beginning, a middle and an end, that he allows them to get their confidence back. And it was really interesting watching the horse inspection this morning. They were all really fresh. That's testament to the hard work of the grooms and also to the ground staff here. I mean, fantastic.
Because I saw Liz, the team vet, and I said, how were they this morning? And she said they were all absolutely great. She said the ground was so lovely. All the horses were in great fettle this morning. Now, obviously, Luhmühlen isn't just about the 5-star. We have the Messmer Trophy, which is the 4-star, and that incorporates the German National Championships. So, here is what happened in that competition. Well, she led from start to finish. She is the defending champion, and she is the winner of the 2026 Messmer Trophy, the 4-star. You guessed it, it is Julia Krajewski. Julia, congratulations. Nickel did it for you again.
He absolutely did it. I have to say, I knew I have some, space, and felt like mid-course, okay, now you're pulling too much, you're a bit too slow. But he jumped mega, and I couldn't have done anything better this week. And he really loves Luhmühlen. I think he loves the crowd. And I think it's exactly what we needed to get him going and a bit hyped up and hopefully prepped for bigger things this summer.
Because you had the one fence in hand, but obviously you didn't need it in the end. You had those little time faults, but were you aware of what had happened before you?
Yeah, I know. Usually I follow and then I know, okay, I can have 1 pole or 2 poles, or for the championship is different than the competition. So I knew I had a bit of time or fence, and but obviously you want your horse to jump clear, and I had a very good round with my first horse, and that gave me quite some confidence. And but then again, Nickel is he's such a reliable chap. He just goes and does his thing when you call him, basically. So that's very, very cool.
I know you've got to go to the prize giving. Just before you go, you've had so many amazing horses over the years. You're so wonderful at producing these horses. Where does Nickel rank amongst them?
I think Nickel is the most genuine horse I ever had. He just never thinks of doing something other than what's in front of him. And I think what he maybe lacks in, stamina or being extra special, he just makes up with willingness. And it's a horse which you really call your friend. While Mandy, I always thought, I don't know if we would be friends. I would be looking up to her and not be afraid to speak to her. So they all have a very different character. And Nickel is he's your best buddy who does everything for you.
Congratulations. Enjoy the prize giving. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So that's what happened in the 4-star, the Messmer Trophy, the German National Championships. And we are now moving on to Luhmühlen Legends. Now, it suddenly got quiet. But the reason it's so loud here is because we have the ride and drive. So we've got kids on ponies there. Lots of kind of German music and people driving around in cars. And we have a Luhmühlen legend with us, Andrew Nicholson. Andrew, have you ever done the ride and drive here?
No, I haven't. I've done a lot of things here, but not the ride and drive. And it sounds quite fun, but sitting here listening to them.
You are a Luhmühlen legend, though, which is why we've got you in this afternoon. I know you've done lates before, but I don't think you were a legend as in an official Luhmühlen lates legend last time we brought you in. But how many Luhmühlens have you done? Can you remember?
quite a few. I couldn't tell you offhand how
It's a
many,
few though,
but
isn't it?
I came here quite often, and I love to come here. It's a great place to come. It's always very competitive. You have to raise your game. The German public watching know what's good and what's not, and they let you know in a nice way if it's not good. And the same if it looks good, they tell you.
What's your
it's good.
highlight over the years from Luhmühlen?
I would think winning would have to be Mr. Cruise Control, who wasn't a natural event type, but he would do his job and give you 110%.
Now, you're not riding here anymore. Sorry, Spencer, I'm just going to butt in.
no, it's
You're
fine.
obviously not riding here anymore, but you're still so influential. There are so many riders. I mean, it's like on two hands how many riders that you've influenced just yesterday in the cross country. Tell us who you were looking after and what they did.
Okay, my job is with the Swiss team, and
But it extends way beyond that, doesn't it?
yeah, but when I put the uniform on, it's Swiss. Yeah, it's there's a lot of other riders I chat with.
Oh, Caroline, the winner.
Yeah.
She's giving you the credit of her round.
They're all too nice.
Yeah. But it's changed a lot over the years as well, hasn't it? From today to yesteryear, and it's an amazing place. It's evolved. How much has the cross country changed?
It looks much easier nowadays when
Does
I
it?
walk it than when
Does
I
it?
rode it.
Yeah,
Much
yeah.
easier. No.
Yeah.
In seriousness, the courses are getting more and more intense. Less long galloping stretches, more turning, which is hard on the rider and the horse when
Yeah.
you're on the turn all
Energy
the time.
zapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas in the olden days, we had more straight line galloping, which was quite easy. When you look back on it now, you could cruise along, whereas now you've got to be onto it, working all the way, and the horses have to be alert and onto it.
You could have cruise control on.
Maximum.
Well, talking of Mr. Cruise Control, which of your old horses, your amazing horses over the years that you've had, which of those do you think would be able to go around this year's course and maybe win?
That they all would be able to go round it. To be honest, the course is not a demanding 5-star. It's like everything, you just have to concentrate fully for the 11 minutes or whatever and make sure you jump all the jumps. It's more in Luhmühlen here, you've got to be good at the dressage. It's always a bit of atmosphere in the dressage here. And the same in the show jumping. The show jumping is up to height. Horses jump very well on here on the surface, but they build the courses up to height, technical, so you have to be a good jump rider and have a good jumping horse. It's a proper 3-day event. All 3 phases count.
One of the things that Yulia Krajewski said to me after the cross country is that a lot of people have been saying that the 4-star was a 3.5, and she said if you think that you should walk it again. And I think you'd also had a chat with her, hadn't you, about the course? So, how do you? Because you know so much, you have so much knowledge in there. How do you get that over to people? How do they just believe you because you're Andrew Nicholson, or is it harder to persuade people of the way that you think now? Is what I'm kind of asking.
No, I think it's quite easy. A horse is a horse, isn't it? If it's a good one or a bad one or whatever, it's got a head and it's got a tail. And I think if you ride them like you're the one that's walked the course, not the horse, you show them the way. Keep it quite simple. The jumps are just going to get in the way. At least if you show the horse the clear lines, the horse has half a chance no matter what you do. And if you can then be on a good stride, it makes it all very smooth and very easy.
This year has been an amazing year, I think, for the 5-star, although it was a small field. The 4-stars been really competitive. 51 started cross country, 43 going into the show jumping today. Nadia Minder was amazing on the cross country yesterday. It went like a rocket, but looked so smooth. How are you looking towards the Worlds?
We don't have a lot of riders. We don't have the selection that the Brits would have. But if we can get there with our top lot, with their top horses, we shall be looking good.
Yeah. This has been quite a good prep run as well, hasn't it?
Yes, we've got 2 here in the 4 short
Yeah.
who we wanted them to come for the dressage and the show jumping environment for them. And then the cross country, they were to do a nice job and use it as preparation for the World Games. And both the girls did a very, very good job. Very proud of them.
How much do you enjoy coaching? Because it's hard I imagine it must be hard, someone like you who's been very in your own mind, you know exactly what you're doing. How much do you enjoy having to impart that?
To be honest, when I started it, I would have said I wouldn't enjoy it and I couldn't see I had a future in it. Now I really enjoy doing it. It took me a few competitions to get into the hang of it, but now it feels more pressure than when I rode.
Really?
Because I know that the riders do what I want them to do. And if you've got one that's first to go out on the cross country and they're going to ride where you've told them to, what if it's all wrong?
Yeah, that's on your shoulders.
Yeah. Whereas when I was riding myself, I could adapt to whatever I felt I needed to. I might have walked this line, but I've had 2 bad jumps. I'll do a different one at this one.
Yeah. So like a football manager in a way, more pressure on you than when you were riding.
Yeah.
But you do look like you're happier, because I know that. I mean, I asked you that question, but I sort of knew the answer because I remember you telling me a few years ago that you weren't actually, a bit like Glenn Hoddle, I guess, as a football manager. He found it really difficult. He was a genius footballer, found it really difficult to tell players because they weren't doing it how he would have done it.
I had never really taught when I started with the Swiss. And I had no idea what I did on the cross country. I don't know why I gave them a little kick, or I told them
just
to woo up.
Instinct for you.
And so when you have to explain this to other people, it's not so easy. And now I find myself talking to them before they start.
Right.
And it would have driven me crazy if a coach...
if you had someone doing that to you.
If a coach was in my ear before I'd start, I think I would have downed tools.
That's interesting.
And now I'm doing what I would have hated, and they seem to love it.
Yeah. But you're still competing. You're not at the level, obviously, you were, but you're still competing and enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm doing sort of novice level, and it feels like 6-star, but...
Yeah.
Keeps me adrenaline up every now and then.
Do you ever jump on them? Do you ever jump on the horses?
No, never.
You don't say, let me show you.
No. That's it's their horses and they have to go for them.
Well,
it's not for me.
Good for you. Now, we've got a theme that we've been doing in all our interviews all week, and we haven't shown them yet, and that is who's the greatest of all time. And your name, Andrew, has come up on a few. We're going to show it in a moment, but before we show what all the riders were saying, who's your GOAT? Who's your greatest of all time?
Bruce Davidson is one from years ago who I don't know why, but I used to watch Bruce when I first came to England. I was 18 and I was lucky to go to my first event, and this American bloke, Bruce Davidson, is riding there.
Well, he was big name, wasn't he?
And I ran out to watch him on the course, and I used to watch him a lot, which sounds a bit crazy when I come from not far where Todd's been brought up in New Zealand, but it was like Todd was too close to where I come from, whereas an American to watch is so
he had that horse JJ Babu, didn't he? And
had a lot of very good horses.
Mike Tango, and he had some.
So Bruce Davidson.
Yeah.
Oh, that's his most famous horse.
Yeah, JJ Babu was a good one.
Well, I remember having photos in those amazing glossy.
On your wall.
No, we used to have those amazing books. Well, like World of the Horse or something. Do you remember those like Bob Languish books? And it was anyway.
Yeah.
You are a legend. You are a proper Luhmühlen legend, and you are many people's greatest of all time. Let's see then what the riders that we've spoken to here at this year's Luhmühlen, who their goats are.
Oh, well, we've got a few, haven't we? I mean, Mickey Young, it's hard to see past Mickey and what Mickey's achieved. His strike rate is pretty exceptional. When he turns up at a big one, he's definitely got a good chance of delivering the goods.
Michael Young, he's got a hat trick or something, hasn't he? I'm glad he hasn't got more horses. I'm glad he's sharing his energy with show jumping. But He's just a dreamboat to watch, you know, the way he's so smooth and makes a very high pressure situation look effortless.
Roz at the moment is incredible. I mean, she's so, what's the word, not unflappable. I mean, she's just so cool and calm, and has ridden such an array of horses, you know, then, you know, she makes them look incredible, and they are obviously very talented, but there's plenty more, sometimes quite a few more talented horses out there in that start list, and she just brings out the best of them.
And me.
And Sammy, and shout out to Timmy Price, who helps us with all our cross country. And Mum.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mum.
I think
I love Julia Krajewski because I think she is a self-doubter. I wouldn't say she's the most confident, and I do like the way she channels her energy to focus on her horses. And at the end, I would say opportunity meets when preparation is perfect, which is something I love. And I do love Andrew Nicholson.
He always told me, Karin, trust your eye. And, you know, he said it in a way where he gave you confidence and where he kept it easy and say, hey, we enjoyed this, and you know your horse, you're there alone with your horse, and that's where it's all about.
The greatest of all time is the ones that have lasted the longest. Growing up, I always idolised the sort of Mark Todds and Andrew Nicholsons, and then as I sort of climbed up the ranks, I've actually really followed like the Tim Prices and Oliver Townends. I think they're sort of a bit more my era, and you know, we're sort of competitors, but I've always sort of really respected and admired and tried to copy what they've done at the 5-star level.
I would probably think like Pippa Funnel is just a really good person also. She didn't just make things happen, you know, she's also a really, really good person. And I met her in spring in Italy, in Montelibretti with students, and we had a very fun chat. And yeah, I mean, it's people I find who preserve through the years and who think about their horses as well and don't just, you know, rack up the results. And thankfully we have quite a few.
Medias and all this image and all. Yeah, she's my goat.
Ingrid dressage go. Mickey
she's the greatest of all
cross-country
time
go,
at eventing dressage.
Mickey jumping go. Roz cross country go. So many goats.
Yeah, it's like a whole herd.
Sam's my goat.
Obviously, husband Tim is number one at present. You know, he very much deserves that spot, but probably got to win a few more big ones before he can go into that league.
You're world number one. You could be the GOAT one day. Would you like to?
I just want to win a few more things, and then be very happy with my career. I'm very proud of it so far, and it's a pleasure to ride nice horses and try to do them justice.
Well, we already know who your GOAT is. It is
Ginny Elliott,
Of
Ginny
course.
Holgate, Ginny Lang. She was amazing in her day. She taught me from a very young age, and she's now one of my best friends. And you know that to me, you know, I was a little kid running around getting autographs and had my posters on my wall, and she was when I first met her years and years and years ago. Although I'm not that old, it was just a pinch me moment, and then to get to know her, to then become, you know, become one of my great mates is to pinch me.
And she did ride beautifully. And actually, you introduced me to her at the owner's tent at Badminton, and I was a bit like, oh.
Who's yours?
Well, so what you haven't seen in that edit is that none of the riders could come up with one name. They all had about 5 names, and I kept saying to them, if I had a gun to your head, who would it be? So it is difficult, and I'm now feeling that since you've asked me.
Yeah, come on.
But it has to be William. I think because I
William
really,
F. Foxbit.
William Fox. Sorry,
Yeah.
there are other Williams, obviously.
Yeah.
Other Williams are available. I just think the number of horses, the number of three-day wins, and I really like him. I mean, I love many riders are lovely, but for me, he's very special, and he's so tall, and I think that makes it hard. Someone he had to stay skinny. He used to get off the roads and tracks and run next to the horses. Yeah, mine's William. But anyway, it's not about me. It's about Luhmühlen. It's about the amazing action that we've seen. We have had the most wonderful week.
Yeah, we really have. The weather's been incredible.
A bit hot.
A little bit. Lovely breeze here today, though, this afternoon. It really has. But I cannot believe we're at the end again.
We are. We've had a wonderful few days. Big congratulations to all our winners. Thank you to all the sponsors. Thank you to all the crew. Until next year, that is it from us on Luhmühlen Lates. Goodbye.